chemtrails, when there's metallic particles in them, they stay over your head in the sky all day and spread out and completely cover a perfectly clear day. It happens all the time, right above you. The people are just driving, it's right above you, boom, right above you every day. So eventually they're going to tell us that they're going to do it. Eventually they're going to tell us, this is all going to be proven right now. Eventually they're going to tell us, the CIA, they're going to tell us they're going to do it, but they're going to tell us it's that they're going to do it. Not that they've been doing it.
They've been doing
it. No, not that they've been doing it, but they're going to do it, and that it's going to save the planet. Dudes who own everything. Rich is low level.
Rothschilds,
Rockefellers. It was started by David Rockefeller. The CFR, the Trilateral Commission, is another one. There's these groups of unelected people, these rich people who are dictating what's going to happen. So how could anybody say that shit ain't real? If you think if you still think it's bullshit, you are 100% in a trance, and you need to get that fluoride scraped off your pineal gland. You got too much fluoride.
Do you know that more people are getting lung cancer that don't smoke than ever in the history of time?
If they're spraying, he's talking about spraying, he called it stratospheric aerosol injections, SAI for short. That means spraying metallic particles in the sky. You don't think that's going to cause some shit? I mean, people are all like, oh, fucking gluten and GMOs, and yet they don't give a fuck about the air they breathe.
chemtrails. You know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time, and so that's cool. A jet just went on, and then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why. Okay, and you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting.
I've seen a lot of people address this in this issue, and some address it in anger, which is hard not to do. Others address this issue in fear. I address this in faith because I believe in the power of the human spirit, and I believe that we have a tremendous amount of authority over this earth when we exercise it, and just the power of us collectively standing up, speaking and saying we will not participate and we will not allow this to happen. So we ask the question, why in the world are they spraying? And the answer is quite simple: because we allow it.
Right. Yeah. If we allow it, we're doing a collective suicide on a mass level simply by not participating and saying no to this, because this simply cannot go on. I mean, this is probably one of the worst things happening, and it's probably the least known about.
You know, a tremendous awakening is happening. And from my standpoint, now people all over are waking up. So we are making a difference. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Again, I'm very hopeful that humanity collectively will stand up. For the first time, we have an issue that affects each and every living thing. So with that, we can create this unity where we collectively stand up and say, no, we're going to create the future that we want for ourselves and for our children. And that future, for me, includes clean water and fresh air to breathe.
Yeah, and just the right to live out our lives, because we've been systematically disempowered, and we've allowed this to happen. We've given over our power to governments, to religions, to corporations, to organizations, and now we're starting to see that we need to take responsibility so we can respond with ability to some of these things that are happening. Do what you can do. Make documentaries, spread the word and everything, and at the same time do the inner work of transforming your consciousness to a higher level, because whatever the problem is that we're talking about, we really don't know what the answer is yet, because it's going to come from a higher level of consciousness. But we've got to slow this thing down so it doesn't destroy us before we can get to the point of transformation.